Hi, I'm Sybil Stewart with Tennessee Home and Farm Magazine. I'm here in the kitchen again today with Kristen Winston. And today, Kristen's going to show us how to make a really fabulous summertime dish, fresh basil pesto.
And basil pesto is wonderful because it is delicious, it's quick, and it's easy. It's a great way to use summer basil from the garden. It's fabulous, fresh tasting on pasta, or you can use it as a condiment for chicken, fish, or just slather it on a slice of bread. So I'm going to show you how to make it.
Okay.
Here we have 2 cups of packed fresh basil.
What do you mean packed? Like, did you
just pack it down into
in
the
cup?
cups.
Okay.
And we have fresh garlic, Parmesan cheese, toasted pine nuts. You don't have to toast your pine nuts, but it really adds a lot of depth to the pesto to have them toasted.
How do you just put them on a tray in the oven for
I just put them
minutes?
in the oven at 350 for about 7 to 10 minutes. You just want to
Okay.
watch them, turn them occasionally so that they don't burn.
Too toasty.
But you just want to toast them till they're golden and fragrant.
Golden and fragrant. Good. Do you have to use the fresh garlic? I use the the garlic in a jar because I just think chopping garlic is so difficult. I can't seem to do it.
Fresh garlic is really the key to this dish. So let me show you how to chop it. It's really quite easy. All you do is take the side of your knife and pound it. And see the skin slips right off.
So you just smack it one time?
You just smack it, and then you just chop
Now,
it up.
how can you be pretty sure your fingers aren't going to go when you're chopping that close to your garlic? You ever cut yourself?
Of course I do, but it helps if you turn your fingers in, and that way it'll help keep the tips of your fingers from being underneath the knife. So one thing that helps is if you put a little bit of kosher salt on your garlic while you're chopping it. It kind of helps for the garlic from sticking to the knife.
Oh,
so
you see, there's a trick. 2 tricks.
Yeah,
I didn't know. First you smack it, then you salt it.
Smack it and salt it.
Yeah.
So just chop it pretty fine like that. It's really important to chop your garlic ahead of time because if you put it in the processor whole, you won't get even pieces, and you don't want to chomp down on a big hunk of garlic. At least if you want to keep any friends. So, and here I have some very good extra virgin olive oil, and that's really important too because that really adds a lot.
See the color. It's kind of this kind of green.
This is extra virgin olive oil, and it's really a deep green color, and it has really rich, fruity taste to it, and it adds a lot of flavor to the pesto. So you really want to use a good extra virgin olive oil. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put the basil in the food processor, and then you can just add your fresh garlic and Parmesan cheese. And the pine nuts.
It smells wonderful. That basil smells so good.
It is. It's just such a wonderful, fresh
and then
flavor.
Some salt you're
adding. I add just a little pinch of kosher salt.
Well, now what's a little pinch? Is that like a 1/4 of a teaspoon or a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, maybe?
Just I'd say about a 1/2 teaspoon.
Just a pinch.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna pulse this just till it's about a rough paste. I'm going to let you look at this.
Okay.
See how pretty it is? See that bright green color?
Yeah, it really is. So it's important to pulse because if you just hit on and go with it, you may just chop it up way too much to start with. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to leave this running and add the olive oil in a slow stream.
Yeah, I can see it changing in there.
See you can get it. See it getting thicker.
Right.
So I'm going to put this beautiful bright green sauce into this bowl. And the beauty of pesto is it's no cook, so it's easy to prepare. Yeah. You can prepare it for dinner. You can throw it in with some pasta right away, or you can store it in airtight containers in the refrigerator.
That really is pretty. That is a nice color.
And it's delicious, and there's so much you can do with it. You can put it in an airtight container in the refrigerator. It'll keep for about 3 or 4 days. But if you're going to do that, you need to add a thin layer of olive oil over the top, and that really just keeps the air from getting to it, and it'll help it stay nice and bright green.
Okay.
What I like to do is store it in small batches. You can put it in the refrigerator, but I like to keep it in the freezer. If you put it in these small containers, you can just take out what you need. I just like to always have it on hand.
Well, now, if you're going to freeze it, do you still need to put the layer of olive oil on top of it?
No,
or will
you don't have
keep
to.
in the freezer without that?
Just in the refrigerator.
Okay. Okay. So, Kristen, show us a typical serving, how you would use the pesto and how you would present it.
It's absolutely fabulous over pasta, and I've just cooked this fettuccine, and I would say just a couple of nice spoonfuls, and you can garnish it with some, I have some grape tomatoes here, maybe a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese, and some toasted pine nuts, and this is Italian parsley, and just a little garnish. Beautiful.
That is beautiful.
It's just a fresh summer dish.
It looks fabulous, and I'll bet it tastes just as fabulous.
It does, and it's great with grilled chicken, grilled salmon, grilled shrimp, anything. Pesto is so versatile.
So, Kristen, you had mentioned using this as a spread for sandwiches, and I see you've got your sandwich spread here. What's this?
This is one of my favorite things to do with pesto. It's so simple. You just mix about a tablespoon with a cup of mayonnaise. I like to use a good mayonnaise like Hellmann's. You could also use a low-fat mayonnaise if you want to do a lighter version, and it's just as delicious. You can put this on a grilled chicken sandwich. It's great on a BLT, or you could just slather it on a slice of bread. So why don't you try it?
I'm going to slather it on right now. I assume any kind of bread would be improved by the addition of this.
I can imagine that with a big juicy tomato. It's fabulous.
And bacon and tomato. Ooh, I bet that is wonderful. Great. Well, thanks so much, Kristen, for showing us how to make the pesto today. And I'm excited about eating the pesto in just a very few minutes. And we hope that everyone will have a chance to try this recipe. All of the recipes that you find in Tennessee Home and Farm magazine, you can find right here on the site at tnhomeandfarm.com. And if you've enjoyed the show and you'd like to give us some ideas about it or let us know what you think, then by all means, you can email us again right from the site and let us know what you think about the show. We hope you'll be back with us to see what's cooking in the fall, and we look forward to another fun recipe. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you.